Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Furry Tales, an initiative taken by Institute Social Responsibility Committee at SCIT. Today, we have with us Ms. Palak Amin, who works for Animal Care Zone, who has been providing basic help to stray animals in various rural areas of the country. Talking about Palak, Palak is an animal lover, rescuer, and a caretaker of more than 150 strays. She has experience with many animals and birds and is lucky enough to be a pet parent of one of her own rescues, Rex. Palak has joined Animal Care Zone in April as Operations Lead India and has been helping strays all over the country for the past 8 months. We admire the work you are doing for the noble cause and we warmly welcome you. We are very excited to learn about what Animal Care Zone does and how it operates, and also would love to hear your personal experiences working as operations lead for the NGO. So Palak, we request you to throw some light on the NGO you work for and what is it all about.
Thank you, Megha. So, Animal Care Zone is a Canada registered NGO that works mainly in rural India and rural Canada. Animal Care Zone is mainly made for this purpose only because all of the other NGOs or all the government funded vet centers are mainly in main cities. There is no help provided for animals who are in rural area, and they are the ones who actually need help with people having low caliber for all of these things. So that is the main purpose of Animal Care Zone. About the work that we do, we have adoption centers. We take dogs from India to Canada for adoption as well. We rescue dogs. Right now, if you know, like Manitoba fires are going on in Canada, Manitoba wild forest fires. So we have rescued 7 dogs from there. We have got all of them adopted. So that is about adoption. We conduct the sterilization drives, vaccination drives, food drives. We have a special fund for natural disaster management. We helped in India when Topte hit India or when Yas cyclone hit India. So yeah, all of these things.
That's so amazing and great to know about that. So Palak, can you share about how did it all begin? I mean, what was the motivation behind joining this NGO?
I have been doing this work for past 3.5 years, helping animals, and I came to contact with Animal Care Zone through social media only. I used to follow them. I used to get inspired by their stories, like how they are helping sitting seas apart, and still they are helping in India. So when I got a chance, I grabbed the opportunity, obviously, and it's so good looking to the rescue stories, the before and after pictures. It's just very soothing.
Yeah, that's really inspiring. So Palak, we would like to know about what is your part as operations lead in the NGO.
My part basically starts from finding a person who we want to help, be it from social media, be it from personal contacts. We find them, we talk to them about what work they are currently doing, if they need something for which they are lacking funds. We help them, we try to understand how they work because we are basically getting into their system. So we try to understand how they work and we provide our help accordingly. Right now, there are some NGOs for whom we provide case-based funding, and there are some NGOs for whom we provide monthly funding. So it depends on different NGOs, and my work is to manage all that, manage the fundings. My work is to bridge the communication gap between the people sitting in Canada and the people who are actually working on field in India. Yeah,
that's really amazing. So could you please explain why the work you're doing and raising awareness about it is so important? Also, if there's any count of how many lives have the NGO has helped till now?
About how many lives NGO has helped, it is very difficult to count for now because currently in last 2 months only we have finished a 120 sterilization program in Indirapuram village of UP. So keeping a track of how many total lives we have helped is very difficult for now. So yeah, that is it. And about the awareness, I would say it's really a basic thing. Right now, if you see, whenever you pass through empty street, if it's empty for you, it's empty for the animals too. They are going to cross the street when it is empty. And if you rush your vehicle, seeing that the street is empty, you're going to hit that animal. So it's really a very basic thing, but right now people seem to have forget that, because I don't know, sometimes it's just an Instagram story that it takes to hit an animal, to get views. So that is what our goal is. Secondly, we have in Canada, mainly we have awareness programs for veganism. All of the Animal Care Zone members are completely vegan. We use no animal products on our personal basis too. We have holiday-based programs for where we go to poultry farms or any place where they sell chickens live or slaughtered. We console the animals, we play music around them, and we try to calm them down when they are in cages, because it's very difficult to see what they are going to go through. That all of that happens in front of their eyes. So it's very difficult for them as well. That is a little bit of awareness that we try to spread.
That's really good to know. So can you share any particular event or drive with us to get a better understanding of how you all work?
It is really, it's a sad thing that I did not get to go to any of drive physically because of the whole corona thing. But I would like to share a recent case from West Bengal, which is really close to my heart, I would say. What happened is, there is a female there. She is still in our care. There is a female who was pregnant with 3 babies, and when the time came of delivery, she could not pass the baby through her body, and the baby got stuck in her organs for 3 days, total 3 days after the time of delivery. And what happened was, she is very lucky, because majorly what happens is that the dog dies within a day when such a thing happens. But she survived for 3 days, and all of this happened during their festival of Durga Puja, where all the vets are closed. Even the government ones are closed. So our volunteer there, they took the dog to their own shelter. They operated on her themselves. They took that risk, and when they opened the dog's belly, the babies were already started to decay in there. So if a little bit of more delay and the dog had passed away. But fortunately, they saved the dog, and this story has a happy ending, don't worry. Somebody dumped a puppy near their shelter, a newborn puppy. It hadn't even opened his eyes yet. And the mother and the puppy were united, and it's so amazing. Like, they are exactly, they are too good together. They just love each other, and there is no barrier in between. That's amazing.
That's really inspiring. So are there any challenges or issues that you had to face since you're working remotely right now?
Yes. There are a few things that affect, because all of the work that we are doing right now, it goes through WhatsApp or Instagram. But there are things, if you see, in past 8 months when I started working, there have been 2 breakdowns on the complete Facebook on chain breakdowns, and that affects so much, because of the case that need urgent help, or so the transaction cannot go through, the communication cannot happen. Even if the communication is happened and the other person's net is not working, so that creates a problem as well. One of the main problem that I have faced is when it comes to communication between different countries. Our time zones don't match. So when there is something important that I need to talk to, I have to schedule it 2 days earlier. That this is what we need to talk about. Let's do this. Or whenever I'm sending content for social media, that we have to do on a prior hand. So this country thing is a little bit challenging, but we are working it through.
Because all of you are, working for the same goal, like minds. So you find a way out.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Coming to the end of this conversation, Palak, we would love to hear about your personal experience. I mean, like, how is your overall experience as a part of the NGO for the past 8 months?
I think first of all, I'd say, when I was working alone, I have seen so many cases, and it was all very overwhelming. That how can people do this? But after I started working with Animal Care Zone, I have come in contact with so many positive, vibing people, so many people who are desperate to help animals, and that is such a good thing. Like, that motivates me so much on personal level. That if they are doing this, I can do this. There is a village in West Bengal, Birbhum, where they don't even know basic Hindi. They communicate in Bengali. Still, they make efforts. They try to speak Hindi as much as they can to help animals and communicate with us. And they have like the person, the in charge there, he has learned how to do operations himself, so that he doesn't have to wait for a vet to come from city to that place, and doesn't want any animal to get harmed because of that. So all of this is so positive and so inspiring for me.
Truly inspiring and moving, I would say. So, could you talk about some upcoming projects and plans that you have planned at the Animal Care Zone?
At Animal Care Zone, right now we are planning to get more dogs in from Manitoba, and there are a few dogs that we want to take from India to Canada as well, because some of the cases where Indian vets cannot do much, where we have a dog named Voldemort whose nasal part is completely cut off. But there are very less people in India who are ready to adopt those dogs who are in need. Everybody wants to, buy a breed or get puppies and everyone. But there are still dogs who have 2 legs amputated or who have a broken spine. So those dogs cannot survive on streets, and in India, nobody is ready to keep them. So we are transporting them to Canada and give them a better life. We are going to get them adopted there. Secondly, we have sterilization drives more coming in, because now people are accepting sterilization in India. Earlier, it was very difficult. Like, one time, people called police on us for getting our dogs sterilized. They don't understand the concept, but now they are finally getting it. So those are the plans.
There's a severe need for, raising awareness for the same.
Exactly. We're trying.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Palak. That was indeed an amazing and very informative session with you. It was such a pleasure knowing about the work that you all do for the welfare of animals. And I'm sure that the audience must be super inspired after listening to such an amazing person. Thank you once again for joining us in spreading awareness about animal welfare and taking the time to share the valuable insights with all of us. Before wrapping, Palak, would you like to share any parting words?
I would just like to say one thing. Anybody who wants to help any stray animal, you don't have to do much if you're willing. Just one message from my side, you have to do 2 things. Firstly, make an extra roti at your house and put it outside your house gate. It's as simple as that. Any hungry animal would smell it, would find it, and would eat it. Secondly, please don't rush while you're driving. It creates a lot of chaos. It creates a lot of harm to the animals nearby. So yeah, that is all I want to say.
But that's the least that one can do.
Thank you, Megha.
My pleasure. Thank you, Palak, for your time and efforts, and for collaborating with us for our Animal Welfare Awareness event organized by ISR Committee at SCIT. Also, I want to thank Anish Jadhav sir for his constant guidance and support, our respectable director Dr. Dhanya Pramod, and Deputy Director Dr. Kanchan Patil ma'am for motivating us and providing such a wonderful opportunity to contribute to a noble cause. We'll be sharing the social media handles of the Animal Care Zone in the description and insist each and every one of you to support them for the noble work they've been doing. Thank you.